Good morning, everybody. I pray that you are enjoying your summer. We're reading through 2 Kings 15 and 2 Chronicles 26. Um, Uzziah was a great king until. That seems to be the way it goes for most. There's a brilliant way that they start off, but the finishing is a problem. And we've talked about that quite often in our tribe. We have to finish well. It's great that you serve all your life. It's great that you serve what portion of your life that you could in coming to Christ. Um, but that doesn't do anything until, well, it doesn't do. I mean, it's great. It benefits those people that you've been serving. That's fantastic, and it's helped you in your maturity, in your growth. That's great. You need that. You need that as well. But if you don't finish, you can lay down a great foundation of a house. You can put in the best windows, uh, but if you don't finish it, if you don't finish the roof, if you don't finish the siding, that whole thing is going to be absolutely ruined, don't you? It's just, yeah. So like, you've got to finish. So here Uzziah, he didn't finish well because, I mean, by all accounts, he was brilliant. He was a mighty military guy. He was great with trade and relations. The kingdom was prospering. He was innovative. He came up with new military equipment. By all accounts, he was really doing fantastic. But then this thing happened that can happen with success. It's called arrogance. And arrogance was his downfall. It he thought more highly of himself than he should have. It was part of Saul's problem. Saul had that same thing where he felt that he could make offerings to the Lord instead of the priest. Um, and this is a thing that we see throughout history, where you have people who start off really sincerely and they start off well, and they're brilliant, and um, then you have this moment where they become more in their eyes than what they actually are. And so a lot of Christians will look at that and they'll avoid success. They'll avoid doing well. They'll avoid, yeah. Soon as they start having some success, they'll shoot themselves in the foot, and some will even avoid having what could appear as success, uh, in order to avoid this. But that's a false humility. That's a trap in itself. Um, the way you avoid arrogance is when you realize that um, everything that you receive is from the Lord. Everything that you succeed at is because He has blessed you. That all the good stuff that you receive is the blessing that He's pouring out upon you and upon your life. He's the one who blesses the work of your hands. He's the one who fills the barn. He's the one who fills the bank account. He's the one who makes sure there's food on the table. He's the one. So what we do is we give Him the credit. We walk humbly before Him by saying, this is, yeah, I've done this, but I couldn't have done it without the Lord. Yeah, the Lord worked through me, and I'm not talking that false sense where you turn around and say, "Oh, it wasn't me; it was the Lord." It's not that either. You're in partnership with Him. But as Jesus says, outside of Him, you could do nothing. So we recognize that, yeah, it's our obedience, it's our walk with Him, it's the gifts and the talents that if we don't use, he will not be able to work His glory through us. So there is this partnership. So you can't just turn around and say, "Oh, it wasn't me; it was the Lord." It's you too. It's you too. And we can see with Uzziah that the Lord had more blessings, more he wanted, but Uzziah stopped the partnership. Uzziah started taking all the credit. Uzziah, that was all him, and he blew it, and the kingdom paid a price because of it. So yeah, just encourage you. Give the Lord the glory. Give him the credit for everything. Say that he does it well. And at the same time, you could still receive compliments because your part in it is your obedience, your openness, your willing to hear, your willingness to respond. And yeah, let's shine, shall we? Let's shine for him. Have a great day, guys. God bless.